Hello，大家好，咁我係 Stephen 啦，咁我就係呢個 ISC 嘅 Year 3學生啦，咁我而家學緊就係呢個 Logistic Engineering with Management，咁係呢個嘅 Intelligent Supply Chain 講嘅之前嘅，即係其實係同一科人嘅，咁我就會大致我講下點解我嗰陣時會揀呢一科啦，我究竟讀咗啲咩啦，同埋我之後會想做啲咩。咁首先點解我會揀呢一科咧？咁我記得我嗰陣時決定啲咩嗰陣時咧，係喺呢個 Covid 期間嘅。咁我留意到咧，咁有好多呢個新聞係關於呢個物流啊、航運啊，例如嗰啲港口佢有啲船擠塞啊。咁我亦都留意到我身邊嘅朋友同埋屋企人都用多咗好多網購嘅嘢。咁我就見到其實呢個物流嘅需求係增加緊嘅。咁同時咧，我都覺得呢一科咧，我係非常之有興趣。首先，我中意一啲比較實際、比較 practical 嘅嘢。咁物流佢就係關於點樣將一啲貨物由 A 運到 B 啊，喺一個啱嘅時間啊。咁我會想像到，我究竟係點樣去解決呢個問題咧？咁同時啦，我以前中學都係讀呢個會計同埋經濟，咁我本身都對呢一間公司點樣運作有興趣啦。咁我數學都 OK 啦，咁都中意計數。做一啲數學 model 嘅分析咁樣，咁我覺得呢一科就可以 match 到我嘅個人興趣。咁究竟我學咗啲咩咧？咁就首先喺課堂上啦，我哋會學到一啲點樣去做一啲嘅數據分析啦。咁同時我哋亦都會要做好多嘅 presentation。咁我覺得呢個亦都係一個好重要嘅技能嚟嘅。咁畢竟我哋都需要將我哋嘅 idea 啊，一啲嘅方案有條理同埋完整咁樣 present 俾人。咁同時咧，我哋亦都會學到一啲嘅數學 model 啦，去 support 我頭先講到嘅分析相關嘅嘢。咁最後我哋亦都會學到一啲關於物理、關於物流同埋供應鏈相關嘅知識咁樣，咁就可以 support 我哋之後未來嘅工作。咁除咗呢啲課堂之外，我哋亦都會有一啲嘅實驗啊，一啲比較有趣嘅 tutorial， 咁會俾我哋一啲嘅 hand-on experience。咁首先啦，喺左邊呢張圖咧，咁我哋就喺度測試緊呢個叫做 RFID 嘅一樣嘢啦。咁我哋就喺度嘗試去搵個距離有幾遠啊，喺唔同嘅環境下。咁右邊咧就係我哋整咗呢個嘅 borrow， 咁我就喺度測試緊究竟佢嘅功能啦。因為我哋裝咗個咪喺入邊。咁其實呢個 borrow 咧，我哋係由零開始整，我哋自己去畫圖啊，自己去讀 program 啊，自己去砌電視咁。我覺得幾好玩嘅呢啲嘅 tutorial， 咁亦都係俾咗好多點樣去由零到一去完成一樣嘢嘅經驗。咁除咗課堂之外咧，我亦都有好多個課外經驗啦。咁呢兩張相就係我嗰陣時參加咗一個嘅比賽啦。咁就係頭先講到嘅物流協會所舉辦嘅比賽。咁就好彩啦，我都攞到個獎，咁就攞到呢個 Best Speaker Award。咁其實學校亦都提供咗好多嘅 support 俾我哋嘅。咁最後除咗課堂之外啦，我哋都參加咗一啲嘅課外活動啦。咁呢張相就係嗰時喺非洲去參加一啲嘅 program， 一啲嘅 surface learning 嘅 subject。咁你可以見到其實我哋係喺好多方面都會涉獵到啦。咁最後啦，究竟我會做啲咩咧？咁我想用我呢個實習嘅經驗去同大家分享一下啦。咁我就揾咗一份同呢個採購相關嘅工作嘅。咁當我同呢個老闆提到我係嚟自一個 engineering department 嘅一科嘅物流科嗰陣時咧，佢係好 surprise 嘅，因為佢知道我會有工程相關嘅知識啦，同時我亦都會有物流相關嘅知識。而呢一樣嘢正正係佢想要嘅，因為物流有好多科，佢可能比較淨係 focus 喺商科嗰邊啦，咁佢可能未必識睇圖啊，未計數嗰啲 model， 佢可能商科嗰邊就唔會好似我哋呢科係咪涉獵更加多。咁我就嗰陣時覺得，原來呢個市面上係需要呢啲咁嘅複合性人才，而我覺得呢一種嘅課程咧，暫時嚟講咧並唔係咁多學校係提供到，而我哋 Poly ISC 就係其中一個學校係提供到呢一方面嘅課程。咁亦都想攞我其他同學去做一個分享啦。咁我有啲同學佢就好中意同人交流嘅， 咁佢就會去做呢個 supply management 相關嘅工作啦。咁佢就會可能同其他人去合作啊，傾下啲合約，傾下價錢咁樣。咁我亦都有個第二個同學咧，佢數學可能太叻啦，而佢都對 program 比較有興趣啦。咁佢就去咗同呢個智能倉儲相關嘅工作。咁我想講嘅就係、其實不論你嘅背景係啲咩，喺我哋呢一科佢哋都會揾到自己嘅興趣，咁同時都揾到自己嘅側重點，跟住去做翻相關嘅工作。咁呢個就係我嘅 sharing 啦。咁我就會交俾另一位同學 Leo 去分享下。
Hello everyone, my name is Leo Sturm. I'm a Belgian student studying full-time in the IC department for 3 years now, so I'm a year 3 student. I'm studying the same thing as Steven, so logistics engineering with management. I did a few adjustments to that major though. In my second year of studies, I chose the secondary major in artificial intelligence and data analytics, which cancelled out a bit of management courses that I originally had, and it added AI courses and data analytics and programming. And then also in the same year, I chose to add a minor in finance, so I had also then the business side. So I'll be talking about why ISE, my personal highlights, and my future plans. So why ISE? There's a lot of reasons why I was very happy to join this department, and I had the privilege of getting taken. As Dr. Pauly mentioned, there are very high rankings in this department, so we're first in Hong Kong and 19th worldwide. There are amazing opportunities, a lot of practical experiences, but most of all, what I really liked about this department is that we get in touch with a variety of things. So I have computing friends. 4 years long, all they do, they sit in front of a computer and they program. And this is not something that's happening in IC department. In our department, you will be doing some programming, you will be doing some mathematics, some physics, some economics, some business. You get really in touch with a lot of different things, and I really enjoyed that about our department. Now, I'd like to talk about the highlights of my journey. So over my 3 years, there are 3 things that stood out for me. So as I just mentioned, the first one is it's more than just theoretical concepts. You don't always sit in the classroom and listen to the lecturer or the professor. There are several subjects that you take and where you actually do something. So for example, Steven and I took the same subject this year, which we built a ball robot in. So from groups to 5 to 8, I think, we were put together and we had to build this small robot that could roll around the floor. And that was it for the guidelines. So every student or every group of students could choose in what direction they wanted to take this robot. And that's why even though we took the same subject, our robot was completely different than Steven's group robot. And that was really, really great. You know, that is so open and it's up to you to make the decisions. It's just amazing. The second thing was my invaluable internship opportunity, and I don't say invaluable for no reason, it really was invaluable. So 2 years ago, I did an internship back in Germany, where I have the language advantage. And last year, I wanted to do an internship in Hong Kong, as I would like to work in Hong Kong after my graduation. But unfortunately, no company took me. And that was a bit sad. But then I got the email from Industrial System Engineering Department that they're looking for a few students to do a STEM internship in our department for 2 months. And so I jumped on the email, replied to it directly, and I got taken. So last year, from June to August, I worked for Dr. Tang, which is a professor in IC department. And we were 5-6 students, mainly from IC department doing this internship. All working on a bit of different things while keeping similar concepts. And I asked him whether it would be okay or whether it's an opportunity to do part-time after my internship, so that I do full-time internship during the summer, and then during my 3rd year of studies, I work part-time for him. And so now I'm working closely with a person called Mohammed, who works for Dr. Tang. And together we work on research projects. So I'm 20 years old and I cannot really believe that I'm actively participating in research thanks to this department. And that's why this opened up the gateway to the 3rd highlight of my journey, which would be to jump from bachelor directly to PhD in our department. So I was informed last year in November that this is an option. I had never heard of it before, but apparently if you can have relatively good grades while demonstrating research potential, you are allowed to jump directly to a PhD without doing a master's in between. The PhD would then be a bit longer, but yeah, good direct. So my future plans, the first one, top one, is to do this PhD at IS department. So I really, really hope I get taken. The deadline is 1st of December, so we don't know yet. It will be 4 years long. The PhD is very open to the student. You can do a lot of different things. You can more do theoretical research within the university, but you can also connect with companies outside of campus and see whether they need any research, and then working closely with the industry. So it's really, everything is up to you. And if I don't get taken for my PhD, then I would like to do a management trainee program, which is very common in companies, that they offer usually 1 to 3 years management trainee programs where you will be experiencing content from different departments within the company. And so they have this rotation principle. And then at the end, hopefully you get taken for a junior manager. My third option, plan C. Well, I don't really know. So I hope that plan A or B work out. Thank you. That was my sharing. Thank you.